Dr. Nilima Saharwal is the CEO and founder of Home of Hope, which is a Silicon Valley organization dedicated to helping children in India as well as those here. It's a wonderful vision, and Doctor, we're excited to have you with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me here.
You were born in India, and when did you come to the United States?
Oh boy, 1979.
I see.
It seems ages ago.
I know, a long time ago, but so much wonderful work has been done. What led you to found Home of Hope?
You know, people ask me this all the time, and I tell you, I really don't know. That's why I tell people it's a calling. It's a calling from this higher power, which I call my God.
Yes.
And something made me want to help the kids in India. And when I think further, I just felt so blessed. It was gratitude. And just had such a blessed life here. When I went back to India, I really felt for those kids. And it was a calling.
Yes. And one of the reasons that you felt so deeply for them is because of child enslavement there. And the film Ambassadors of Hope, on which you're currently working, really details some of that. We have a clip that we're going to take a look at that explains a little bit more about the situation there.
Witness one of the greatest social crimes of the 21st century, where children born free become shackled for a lifetime, some as young as 5 years old. Journey to the streets and factories of India, where overworked children survive by working for starvation wages.
These kids, they've started their life as an adult. They've skipped past their childhood. They've just gone right into labor, right into working, right into supporting for their family.
But now, students thousands of miles away in Silicon Valley are using 21st century technology to help free them from a life of servitude.
I'm empowering them, but I'm also empowering myself. And I'm like helping these kids become better people in life.
We underestimate our kids. They really have what it takes. You empower our children and you'll be amazed at what they can do.
It's our job to give them the experience. Let them take the journey.
Ambassadors of Hope, the documentary.
Very moving, and of course you are also seeking donations for that to complete the work. When you have been in India and you've seen the children who've been helped by your work, what has been the biggest need that you've been able to address for them?
Well, basically, just to tell the audience, Home of Hope is also called HOH, has one goal, one mission, and that is to empower the disadvantaged child to become a self-sustaining citizen of tomorrow. And how we do this is we implement programs in existing struggling orphanages in India, and we are international. We also have a project here in the US. So anyway, when we implement programs in these orphanages, it is focused on computer technology, education, vocational training, and I'm very excited to say that most recently we have started a youth chapter.
That's
because
wonderful.
you know, whatever you say, the legacy of our work will continue with the kids, and that has been a burning passion inside me to have this legacy continue. And the last 3 years we started a youth chapter. Thank you, Nikki Samani, the actual youth founder, youth chapter founder, and we have these amazing leaders who are taking the legacy of HOH forward. So what HOH does is we implement programs in these orphanages, and the kids that come to this orphanage are these kids that are either, when I say disadvantaged, it covers every kind of disadvantage possible.
So
They
some
are
of them have
they're
orphans, some have suffered
destitute,
abuse.
mentally challenged,
Yes.
physically crippled, tsunami victims, name it, some of them from enslavement, from child labor. These are the kids that come to these orphanages, and we are there trying to help. We're just a little drop in the ocean.
But it's so wonderful because it makes the life-altering difference. And when someone has been in a situation of deprivation and abuse, many times it's hard for the kids to trust. I would imagine
Yes.
that a lot of your work is first just creating a safe environment for them
Yes.
before you even start to impart how to become technologically savvy and
Exactly.
to look toward a career beyond what many children could not consider in India.
And you said the word trust, and this is where, like our youth chapter, is the whole theme is based on kids helping kids. And when these kids in India, basically what our youth chapter is doing is we have a local chapter where these high school kids are raising funds, having little bake sales, having pen pals with our kids in India. Then we have an international chapter where these kids are going there and interacting with our kids physically. And you know, when that impact is amazing. It transforms the kids here because they actually see these kids and they realize that, my God, these kids have nothing and they're so happy. And those kids, when they interact with our kids here, they also, you know, it nurtures, it gives them self-confidence, self-worth. And what we're doing, which I'd like the audience to know, is teaching these kids conversation English. You know, with the world being one global village, let's put it that way, we all are global citizens.
Yes, we are.
Every kid wants to learn English. It's amazing. In my 15-year journey of HOH, we call it HOH, every kid just wants to learn English and conversation English. So we have started this, if it's still a pilot stage, and we have our kids going from here and just playing with them.
Oh, how
Sports
wonderful.
camp, interactive. So they play sports and teach them conversation English. We're starting a dance camp. In fact, our team is going on July 20th. We have a team of young kids along with their parents and chaperones.
Is this the first time for the dance camp? Or
This is the first time for the dance camp and the second time for the sports camp. No, the third time. So let's see, this is going to be such a unique program. It's going to be win-win.
Yes.
Kids helping kids.
It's wonderful that you're doing this incredible
Oh,
work.
no, I'm not doing it. It's a
Well,
team. It's a wonderful team.
It's
I have
team,
a wonder. I'm
right.
very blessed.
I
I'm
know,
very
and
blessed.
you're very modest in that way. But it was a vision that you started, and you also worked up until this year at Kaiser. And your husband is a physician, and you have 2 children who are also doctors,
physicians,
right?
yes.
So the whole family is dedicated to helping our communities become healthier in
thank
so
you.
many
Thank
ways,
you
and
so
that's
much.
wonderful. But
Yeah.
now that you've retired, I imagine even more of your time is devoted to this.
Yes, there's not enough hours in the day. I'm so busy, but busy in a different way. It's really
Yes.
wonderful.
Right. And so I know that you mentioned that the students who go really receive just such blessings. How have you seen India change since you left there when you return on visits? What are the most striking changes that you notice?
Well, technology. Oh my goodness, everywhere. There's so much technology. Indians are very tech savvy. I'm so tech challenged. So that's where these kids don't want to be left behind. And I think it's the media. So I see this burning desire in the disadvantaged child. And a street kid, for some reason, they take to computers like a fish takes to water. So they all want to be computer savvy. And now the most recently, every kid wants to learn English. And English is their barrier that's keeping them behind.
And
we
so
have-
with your teaching
with
them
the
conversational
English Empowerment
English,
Program,
yes.
the EEP program, hopefully is going to be very successful. And we've had kids as young as 13 years old go to India and just play with the kids, interact with them, you know, play sports, play soccer. We had a kid, Aman, who just came back a couple of weeks ago, and he started a racket camp, you know, and taught them racquetball.
How
And in that
wonderful.
process, they learned English, conversation English, you know.
Yes.
And we're continuing it through Skype sessions. We've also gone to a village, Mijwa, which is in Uttar Pradesh in India. And now we are continuing. We don't want to be a fly-by-night, you know, just go there and then leave. So we are continuing those sessions, just speaking to them in English over Skype.
Oh, that's wonderful. You created such deep roots, and then you're seeing the fruit of all of that with
thank you.
everyone. So
It's still a
thank
long
you so
way to
much.
go,
But
long
thank
way
you
to
for
go.
what you're doing, and we appreciate your being here with us today, and
Yes.
continued success with all that
Yeah,
you're
and
doing.
wish us luck for this EEP team that's going.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, you know, it's going to be a very unique program that's going to go international.
Exactly. Well, you have so many unique programs. And
Oh,
if you'd
thank
like
you.
to know more about HOH and also how to support the film that's in progress, details are on our screen.